to my channel. I am Sam. Uh, it's kind of weird to put myself in the camera to talk about art. I've done a few things like this in the entrepreneurial world, but to jump on the camera to share my art tips or any of that stuff feels a little different, if I'm honest with you. So today I really just wanted to give it a go. I've recently started to post my art online in different places, and I've really found the benefit of the knowledge that comes with a space like YouTube when you're doing art, and understanding that a lot of people can't up and jump and go to art schools and take art classes and stuff like that. And so I found myself, and even a lot of other creators and other artists, go to YouTube to learn that stuff for free. And I don't blame you. I think that YouTube is amazing. I think that YouTube is genius, and I think it's one of the best places to go to learn really anything at this point. And so I really just wanted to take a second to introduce myself and jump into this art thing. So, for me, I recently started digital art. I've been on and off with it for a few years. I bought my tablet, my iPad, back in 2021, and I bought it with the plan to do digital art. I just never took it serious. I saw guys like Sam Does Art, and I saw guys like Ergo Josh on YouTube, and at the time they were big YouTubers, but they weren't like big YouTubers, you know what I mean? And so I thought I knew how to draw at the time. I took art all through life. I did architecture for a little while, and I was like, what the heck, let's just try this digital art thing. And I picked it up, and it wasn't like drawing on paper. And so I put it back down, and I would pick it up, and I would put it back down, and I would pick it up, and I would put it back down. And it wasn't really until a few months ago where I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick it up and just not put it back down. I didn't necessarily decide to be an artist. I didn't necessarily decide to take this thing serious or do YouTube or anything like that. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna pick up my iPad, and every day I'm just gonna try to get a little bit better, and I'm just not gonna quit. And that was probably one of the biggest reasons I'm sitting in front of you today. Now I'm here. I've done a ton of different little art pieces, I like to call them. I sketch every day. I do the whole thing. I'm trying to get better. I study. I've seen my skills get better in certain areas. I started off doing art more realistic, and so I've been really pushing myself to stay on that stylization side, and really focus in on creating my own style and not just copy other guys. Because when I started, I really started to copy everything that Sam Does Art does, and I found myself just recreating his art, and I didn't want to just be I didn't want my art to be that, although all respect to his art, I love his art. He's really one of the top 3 reasons why I even joined this in the first, or like I started back in digital art in the first place. But I found myself in a place where I was just copying what I saw instead of trying to make things my own. And so I really pushed myself to do that here recently, and I've been really just studying. It's been the biggest thing for me. The way I do that is I like to take about 30 to 45 minutes a day, and I get on Pinterest, I find a few pictures, and I just sketch them out. I try to make it as close to my own style as I can. I try not to take too much time to think about all the little details. I make them timed. I try to take no more than 10 to 15 minutes max on each one, and I really like to just get in there, get the job done, knock out what I'm seeing, and try not to make it too real, because I like everybody else, I get caught up in the details of each strand of hair sometimes, or you know, trying to make the nose perfect, and I really try to push myself to just draw it and keep moving, and I understand that over time I'll get better and better and better at these things. And so that's one of the big things that helped me out. Like I go to Pinterest, I find a picture that I like. Typically it's a portrait, or sometimes I like to find a picture of a full body. I really don't like to do feet that much, but I try to find a full body picture, or you know, just a portrait from, you know, here up, and I just draw it. And that's been really helping out a lot. I'll try to, like I said, I'll try to find like 3 or 4, maybe 5 of those a day, and that's pretty much it. I've really fallen into this thing of not liking color recently. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, me and doing colors, I'm trying to understand digital art and colors. It's not like, you know, picking up a color and, you know, just coloring what you want. You have to really think about what you're doing because of the layers and the different things. And so I had a lot of trouble with learning how to color. And so a lot of times, honestly, when I'm doing these little sketches every morning, a lot of times I just do gray, and I usually just do it with base color and the shadow, just kind of give it a little bit of dimension to it. But I try not to do too much in these daily sketches, so maybe down the road I'll add some more to it. But for right now, I just really like to, you know, do a quick sketch, add the base, add a layer of shadow. In my actual pieces, I'll go, you know, and do the shadow a darker layer, and then, you know, the highlights are multiple darker layers, just to really show that contrast between, you know, light to dark or whatever. But something about that like comic book art style, it really stands out to me. I like the you know, the base with the one shadow, just because that's really like how a lot of comic books do, especially like the more simplistic art, you know what I mean. And so I really like that style, but I know some people don't. And so that's typically for me what I like to do. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I don't like to make things too hard or too, you know, all over the place. I think the best way to learn how to draw is to just draw. I think that's, if you really want to get good at this and you really want to hone your skills and practice, you got to pick up the pen. You got to pick up the pen and do it every day. And honestly, over time, you'll get better and you'll see yourself progress by just picking up the pen and just deciding that, you know what, this time I'm not putting the pen back down. I'm excited to see where I get in the next, you know, year to 2 years. I'm excited to see my skills increase. I mean, look, simply just from the last 3 months, I've seen my skills grow exponentially. And I've noticed that most of it wasn't necessarily from learning how to draw. Most of it was just like learning what I'm doing and creating a foundation for myself on how to draw in digital art. Like learning that my sketch and my colors go in separate layers. Like just stupid stuff that you would think that's common sense, but for me it took a while. I was trying to like sketch out a whole piece and then color the same, you know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, this is annoying, and I would just say screw it. And then I would watch a video where someone would say, here's how they separate their layers, and I would try it, and then I would find what I liked in it and what I didn't like in it, and I would create my own. And that's kind of really been my process, is I try, fail, go watch something, and then adjust what I've been doing or what I'm doing and make it my own. And so I hope that helps, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this video. Take some time, pick up a pen, practice, and decide not to put the pen back down. That's the biggest step, guys. Again, thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.